Welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars video. This is here to bring another top 5 video. This is going to be the top 5 LEGO Star Wars bad sets with good minifigures. And to me, I guess, this is a small list right here that I came up with. There are probably some more out there that I just can't really come across. Since, of course, there are hundreds of LEGO Star Wars sets. It is hard to exactly pinpoint every single one and give an honest opinion on all of them. So here's my top 5 that I did after searching around for a little bit. And I've had a couple of these in my mind ever since they came out. So let's go on to number 5, guys. Number 5 is the LEGO 95260 Palpatine's Arrest. And if I'm being honest, I've never really liked this set. I don't know. I never really liked how it looked. It's not the most accurate thing. The Chancellor's little room is pretty good. It's a pretty nice representation of it. But the rest of it just doesn't really seem that accurate to me. I don't really know what they were going for. The ship's a little weird. The landing pad looks a little off. Looks a little just kind of childish or like kiddish. But the minifigures are, of course, fantastic in this set. All in their Episode 3 uniforms. We got Mace Windu, Chancellor Palpatine, Kit Fisto, Sissy Tin, and Agent Kolar and Anakin. All looking fantastic. These minifigures all go for like 15 or 20 bucks each now. So, of course, even though it's a more on the bad side of a set, more inaccurate kind of set, the minifigures are, of course, fantastic. I feel like this is just like supposed to be number 5 just because the minifigures are literally like 150% fine and the set's like about half fine. So I think it outweighs to kind of say it's a bad set with great minifigures. So yeah, there's number 5, guys. Moving on, number 4. This is actually a newer set, and I put this on here because honestly, after seeing reviews, I'm not really the biggest fan of it. It's a set number 75208, the Yoda's Hut, from 2018. There's a couple of reviews of it on YouTube now. I don't have it in hand, but just the fact is, I feel like it doesn't really look like Yoda's Hut. I've seen comments before. It's not as dirty looking, as swampy looking. The set itself is a little too tan. There's not that much foliage on it, I feel. It just, I don't know, the older one definitely did it better. I mean, granted, this one doesn't come with an X-Wing, but I feel like they could have just made it look a little bit more swamp-like, I guess, like the older one. And then, like, the whole entire back's open, only, like, a little part of the top's covered. The doorway is a little weird, honestly. It's a little bit of a weird design. But the minifigures are, of course, great. Yoda's always good to get. Then a new updated, training Luke, Dagobah Luke, that's always good. We haven't got one since, was 2004. Then a dirtied up R2-D2. I really can't go wrong, but I feel like this is, should be number 4 just because it's such a newer set where I feel like LEGO should definitely be able to, outweigh the bad and put, they should be able to even it out a little bit better. So I feel like that's, my number 4 spot. Number 3, guys, has to be the 75058, the 2014 MTT. And yeah, guys, of course, the MTT is not the biggest. No one's really the biggest fan of it. It's definitely smaller than it should be, but you can't really get past that. The minifigures are good for what for the price you're paying. You get Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon Jinn, Captain Panaka, or not Captain Panaka. You get a Naboo security guard, a pilot droid, 8 battle droids, a pit droid. The minifigures are not that bad. It is a good, accurate, representation of the scene. It's just the set itself that's not that good, so that's why it's a bad set with some pretty good minifigures, if I have to say so. I mean, a couple more droids would have been nice. Of course, if the MTT was bigger, like it should be, of course, we would have gotten almost double the amount of droids, and then it would have been even better. But it wouldn't have been a bad set, so I don't know. Just kind of, at the moment, I think it should be on this list. But number 2, guys, has to be the 75151, the 2015 turbo, or the 2016 turbo tank. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just a pretty small thing, but the minifigures are good, don't get me wrong. Qui-Gon Jinn, Quinlan Voss, Luminara, and their Episode 3 uniforms, they're definitely good. Commander Gree is always good to get, even though it came out in a cheaper AT-AP, but it's always a fun one to get. Kashyyyk Cologne's not bad, and then a couple battle droids, that's not a bad, lineup, pretty accurate. I'm glad they came out with another Quinlan Voss, that's always good. But, of course, the set is pretty bad, but the minifigures are good. That's why it's on the list. Then moving on to number 1, I'm pretty sure a lot of people can agree on this one. The Kylo Ren's command shuttle, just with all the inaccuracies on it. 75104, the Kylo Ren's command shuttle, just with all the inaccuracies on it, the color, the size, the design itself. It's not the best. I mean, and when it first came out, that was the only way you can get a Kylo Ren masked. Some good officers, General Hux, First Order Commander, and a couple Death Star, First Order officer, crew members. The minifigures were definitely good for what you were getting. Price-wise, but the set itself could have been a lot better. That's why it's a bad set with good minifigures. So I feel like that's my top 5 right here, guys. I mean, if you guys have any other ones, leave them down below. I know, of course, I probably missed some, maybe some smaller sets, maybe some stuff that, you know, really just the set made no sense. But I was kind of looking around. I was looking at some, like, you know, some of my top 10 worst, my top 10, you know, most inaccurate sets, and really trying to see if those also fall in this category, which a couple of them did, but not every single one did. But yeah, guys, so this is pretty much it for this top 5 video. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. See you guys later. Bye.